to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Michigan Wolverines. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This will be a great test, a separator, the first conference game of the year with two teams that are undefeated. He knows that whoever wins this game will have a leg up in the standings, but more importantly, set the tone for the conference season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He's brought down into the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers offense will be first on the attack. They hope this guy will be a big part of the offense. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. coming off a splendid performance, more than 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns. What we expected, this crowd ready to make its presence known. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Makes the catch, it's Barney. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise the offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
It's a fumble! And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Michigan's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Jordan Marshall, what a game he had in their last win. More than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone. On the ground, it's Marshall. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms. But the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Makes it past the marker. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On 1st down from their own 22. Quick release on the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
To the air, it's Calandria. The throw. Pulls it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Runs through a man, he might have space. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! He got a step and just dusted the field. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Nebraska 10, Michigan 0.
Bringing it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the ground, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Handoff to the single running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. To the ground with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Now facing a 3rd and long. Got the back over the middle. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, I love the fight from this offense on this drive especially, and they've been physical, and they've had a lot of success moving it down the field, running the football. They're trailing by 2 possessions. Down in the red zone, 3rd down here. This is critical. They have got to be able to score a touchdown and cut this thing and make it a 1-possession game. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up on 3rd down now.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. He makes a stop, and they'll have it in the red zone after converting on 4th down. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Michigan! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Calls his own number. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. Crosses the 35. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Underwood pulls it in. It's Buchanan. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's going to take off. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Fowler DiColosi trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the Huskers want to move quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working that left side now. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? The sure hands, it's eyes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Louisville taking on the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Cardinals who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. This is exactly what he expected from 2 undefeated teams, very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the first half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the second half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Underwood on the play action. Quarterback adapting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And wings it incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he added the extra point. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Tackled there by the defense.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Trying the left side. Here's a little room there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip and tuck affair. To go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his man.
This is a tough position to be in on defense, right? You're trailing in this game late. You're thinking they're going to run it. We got to get bodies to the line of scrimmage, get a stop, get the ball back. They go play action and throw it over your head. Tough spot to be in.
They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Barney. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes people get lost and they don't realize.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskers in the hurry up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
To the air, it's Calandria. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bonner. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be
looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. This time he's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He wants it all. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab in the end zone. The Cornhuskers punch back. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue-winged helmets. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2. Turning it on! At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Barney. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it.
He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They just keep firing. Rushes on him. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with every...
Caught. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Dropping back, it's Calandria. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. A field goal is not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The lone back's got it. Finding some room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. You don't want to get carried away. It's still early, but that was an impressive performance to go to 3-0. What do you think?